All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start out this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash. And double honors to the elder apostles and the bishops, a great millstone that rule well, that teach well, while I learn this truth 100% according to the Bible. And I also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, the prophets, the servants scattered abroad, the four corners of the earth. And shalom to the Akwaf, which are the sisters that are sincere, and your children. Shalom. And then today's video is basically going to be going into a video talking about, judgment, man. And not just judgment, but also going into, the times in which we're in and that we're coming into, So I'm going to read the title of this video, as you can see, and it says, right, the latest details in the deletion of, you see the little girl's name, father accused, and, you see that word, still hospitalized, right? So, I mean, these are the days in which we're coming into, man, and before I get into this video, I'm going to get a precept to, furthermore prove in which the times we're in that the Lord said we will be, man, coming into this end of this, society, man, Esau Edom society. You're going to see more evils like this occur on a wide scale, people rising up against one another, family members deleting each other and things of that nature. These things are going to intensify. But let me go to that Matthew 10, 34 through, bear with me, brother Salakia, bear with me. It's 34. All right, this is St. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34, and it said, think not that I being Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, am come to send peace on earth. So the Lord ain't coming to send peace on earth, man. All of the people out there that's teaching you and saying, everything is going to be all right. That MAGA spirit that Donald Trump is deceived the American public with, that America is going to be great again, that is not going to be in turmoil. It's not going to be chaos. It's not going to be fear. That's a lie, man. It said, I came not to send peace, but a sword. And that sword goes into destruction, man. That's what the Lord is about to bring, man. Chaos, man. That sword goes into chaos, destruction, mayhem, unrest, things of that nature. And that's what we're about to see soon to come in this society. It's already beginning on a low scale, but it's going to eventually, due to prophecy, Jacob's trouble and all of those things coming to pass, the Lord is going to allow these things to increase. And ultimately, when Esau Edom comes down, Esau Edom, as it says in Revelation 6:4, this devil was given the key to take the peace away from earth, and when that peace is taken from off the earth, we're going to see these things more prevalent, right? And this is verse 35. For I have come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, right? So the Lord is basically saying he's coming to divide, man. He's not coming to put together. There's a separation going on, man. And that's because ultimately the Lord is separating the 2/3 from the elect. You got a lot of people out here that are the elect remnant, but a lot of their family members are 2/3, which are people that's going to be destroyed. So the Lord ultimately has to divide his elect away from those 2/3 people, man. And that's what's happening. But, it's also going to be a point where, kids and things of that nature, family members are going to be at odds with one another, where they're going to be deleting each other, things of that nature, And that's basically going into the video in which you're about to see me get into. And I'm going to read this also, verse 36. And the man's foes, right? And that word foes goes into being your enemy or someone that you're at odds with, right? Shall be they of his own household, right? So we see these things taking place, man, on a grand scale. The love of many waxing cold out here, man. And that word cold in the Greek means psycho. So a lot of these people out here are crazy, man. The person that's next to you that you think and love you and care about you and they support you and things of that nature, these people not really, the Lord, if they not in this truth, man, then they're a possible agent, man, a possible person that can basically, bring you down, man, or ultimately do some type of harm to you, man. Don't be deceived just because you know a person or just because you think a person is your family. These days out here are evil, man, So I'm going to get into this video. We're going to just look at a little of it. It's only 3 minutes long, but this is going to go into you to basically show you, brothers and sisters, how dark the times are that we're in, man. And this is all Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. So let me go to another precept, Salakia, before I even get into the video. I'm going to go to Amos chapter 6. or Amos chapter 3, Salakia. All right, I'm going to go to that Amos chapter 3, verse 6. And it says, right, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? And that's what you see going on, man. On a high scale, you got the men of the Lord prophesying, telling you men and women, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as well as you Speckelbergs out there that may look like the heathen nation, but your seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're telling you to repent, man, telling you to turn back to the Lord while he may be found, while there's still this door of mercy that the Lord is having upon the people right now, that he's still allowing people to repent and turn back, you know. So that's what we're telling people to do, man, while they still have that time, because we see that the Lord is about to allow the peace to be taken off this earth through Esau, Edom, man. You know, you got wars, rumors of wars, Jacob's trouble, all types of different things are about to occur, man. So, you know, I'm going to read this precept again from the top. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, right? The man breaking his word out. And the people not be afraid? You know, obviously they're not afraid because people are not repenting. They're not basically turning their lives around and trying to go back to the Lord, seeking the Lord. They're not doing these things. So obviously the people are not taking heed to what the men of the Lord, the prophets, are saying, right? And shall there be evil in the city, right? Meaning, you know, bad times, as it tells you in Isaiah 45:7, how the Lord is in control of all things, both evil and good. And I'm going to get that Isaiah 45:7, Lord's will. It says, shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, have not done it, right? So that's furthermore telling you that the Lord is in control of all of these events you see happening, man. You know, when you see events like this, where I'm about to show you going into this video about what happened to this little girl, one would think, you know, don't get me wrong, it's sad. It definitely is. But I mean, hey, the Lord is in control of all these things, man. And every morning doth he bring his judgment to light, as he says in the book of Zephaniah, right? So this is Isaiah 45:7, KJV. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, do all these things. Letting you know that it's the Lord that is orchestrating this thing, man. It ain't nobody else. You know, it ain't when, you know, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it ain't a pleasant sight when you see people that's young being deleted and things of that nature. It ain't, you know, because of course you got to have sympathy for people, man. You know, you don't just laugh at things like this or take it as something, you know, not seriously. But I mean, hey, man, you know, it's all by the Lord's will, man. And, you know, the Lord going to bring forth that judgment every day. Ain't nothing going to stop the judgment of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua for being made manifest in this earth, man. You know, so this is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning, right, doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame, man. Right? And that's you know, that's pretty self-explanatory right there. But yeah, I'm finna get to this video. Salakia. I had to get those few precepts real quick. Lord's will, I get a few more. But we're going to get into this video, right? So we're going to get into this video. And before I get into this video, I want to say fair use, fair use. Fair use, fair use under the 1976 Copyright Act. I'm not being paid for this video. This is only for educational purposes only. So with that being said, fair use, fair use. I'm going to get into the video. We're going to see what they're talking about.
To follow the latest in the death of 13-year-old Kimani Lategue. Right now, her father, who's accused of murdering her, is recovering in a Columbus hospital. Officers there say SWAT had been following Darnell Jones for at least 2 days. They confirmed Jones had a weapon when they made...
So, right, you just seen that. You just heard what this woman said, that she was accused of being deleted by her father, man. Going back into what I read at the start of the video off of that Matthew 10:34 for that exact reason. Proving to you that we're in those times where people are going to be same family members. People are going to be against one another. They're not going to be at peace with one another. You know, I don't know what to make a guy do something to that extent. But, hey, the Lord is very purposeful how he does everything. Everything the Lord does, there's a reason behind it, you know. And as the Lord said in Job 4:7, I'm going to get that real quick. You know, get that Job 4:7. Right? This is Job 4:7. And it said, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Right? So the Lord said, who perish being innocent, man. And we know, as the Lord said in the book of Romans, chapter 2, verse 11, for there is no respect of persons with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. The Lord does, as it tell you, he's the king of terrors, man. That's why we must fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. We're not supposed to be out here playing with the Lord, because the Lord don't care about, I'm telling you, man, the Lord is no respect of persons. He means that when he says that, man. The Lord doesn't care if you're a baby, you're a child, you're a kid, you having a baby on the way. The Lord don't care about none of that, man, when he brings forth his judgment. If you're not living right, man, or if you're not doing the things, according to the Bible, man, the Lord can possibly get rid of you, man. And he doesn't care how good you look, how young you think you are, all of these different things that people in this world get caught up in. The Lord tells us that his thoughts are higher than our thoughts, and I'm going to go to that precept, Isaiah 55:8. The Lord tells us that, the way that we think down here, man, that's not the way that the Lord thinks in heaven, man. The earth is higher than the heavens is higher than the earth, So furthermore, proving to you that the ways the Lord is going to think is going to be higher than we would think on this earth. We're thinking as mortals, man, but the Lord, he controls everything. His thoughts is, I'm going to read this precept. It says, this is Isaiah 55:8. And it said, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord, Yahweh. Verse 9, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts, right? So we can't get caught up in what we feel and what we think and that was wrong and all this and that, man, because in the eyes of the Lord, man, it's all judgment. The Lord created everybody. He created these kids. He created your mama. He created your daddy. He created everybody, even them daughters and them kids you have. So that's why we must fear the Lord, man, because all of these things down here that we take, that we cherish or whatnot, the Lord can take it away from you, man, at any time. So you don't want to be in that mindset, never question the Lord on how he does things, because the Lord does everything for his purpose, man. Right. So I'm gonna get back into this video so we can finish listening to more, but it is messed up that she was deleted by her dad. You know what I mean? That's real sad. But I mean, hey, these are the times that we're living in, as it says in the book of St. Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, iniquity means sin upon sin, the love of many shall wax cold. And when you go into that word cold in the Greek, it means to be crazy. So a lot of these people out here in America, Babylon the Great, they're crazy, man. They're insane in the membrane, as Elder Hawad would say, and that's true. These people are very much crazy, man. Mentally unstable, spiritually sick, very wicked out here in these streets, man, But yeah, we're gonna get into this video. I'm gonna watch it, fair use again.
They confirmed Jones had a weapon when they made contact with him. One person told our sister station in Columbus they heard at least 5 or 6 gunshots. Officers confirmed Jones was hit at least once and there were no other injuries. He was due for an arraignment this morning, but it was delayed because he's still in the hospital. No word yet on when he'll be extradited back to Toledo. The Lucas County Coroner's Office is ruling Kimani's death a homicide. Autopsy results for the 13-year-old show she died from multiple cuts to her neck. Toledo City Council members are calling for changes within the city government following her death. Many of them tell us they were heartbroken as developments on the situation came in. Now they're questioning whether the city could have done more to prevent it, and some say they just want answers.
I want to hear from CSB. We all do. What happened? What was the missing link? Where was the disconnect?
Toledo Mayor Wade Kapsakavich tells WTOL 11 he wants to see the legal process play out, though he also says he wants to see the, quote, book thrown at whoever is responsible. Donations are now being accepted to help cover the costs of Kimani's funeral. Her aunt says her services are not fully covered. Anyone wishing to donate can do so to Brown Legacy Memorial. That's a funeral home here in Toledo. We put a link to that on our website, WTOL.com. And just a heads up, you might see a GoFundMe for this too, but Kimani's family tells us they aren't endorsing any GoFundMe pages. And having conversations with others, especially children, about Kimani's murder can be difficult. Representatives from the organization Parents of Murdered Children say it's important to reassure kids that this isn't a normal situation. They say no one should force their kids to talk about it, but parents should be honest with kids when they ask questions.
You should never put them in a situation where they feel like it's none of their business. It is. They're going to live with this the rest of their lives as well, and they need to be treated in a way is dependent on their maturity level, and just keep, telling them you're always there for them.
The group also says parents should be aware of what social media and what information their kids are consuming. There are tons of posts and news articles about Kimani and what happened, but not all are factual, and some may have information that is more than what a child can handle. Now, this is a story we'll...
Well, that's basically pretty much everything. And a lot of what the lady was saying at the end of another video was right, that, that's why you parents out there should be wise, man. You know what you're allowing your kids to interact, who you're allowing your kids to interact with, what you're allowing them to watch and see and experience, And I agree also with what she said about, allowing your kids to know certain things, because you're supposed to warn them about how evil this world is, man. You don't want them to be walking around this world oblivious, thinking everything peaches and cream when it's not. So you're supposed to tell your kids the truth, man. According to the Bible, that what times we're living in and how evil it is out there. You don't supposed to be sugarcoating it with them, no matter how young they are, man. You want to, get them, their mind prepared, man, for the times in which we're about to come into, So I'm going to read this precept. This is Ephesians 5, verse 15 through 16. And it says, see then that you walk circumspectly, right? Meaning paying attention, being observant, watching the things that are going on around you, man, not as fools, but as wise, Verse 16, redeeming the times because the days are evil, man. And these times that we're living in are very much evil, man, but you can't even trust nobody, man. This was sad what happened to the little girl, you know what I mean? That she got dead in like that by her dad, man, But hey, I read Job 4:7 and letting you brothers hear it, whoever perished being innocent, man. So, the Lord's thoughts and his ways are higher than our ways. And whatever Yahweh Shem Yahushua allows to happen, man, there's no mistakes in it, So with that being said, this pretty much everything that I wanted to say in this little video. But Lord's will, you brothers and sisters can find some edification out of it, until the next time I'm going to say Shalom.